welcome to Gtfp 14. This is the 8th of 10 scheduled contests this afternoon, and it is for the Gtfp Bantamweight title. Please welcome one more time in the blue corner, fighting out of 12-gauge MMA, an unbeaten fighter with 3 wins, no losses. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte Cooper! And her opponent in the red corner, representing Aspire MMA, an amateur record of 7 wins, 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one more time, Lexi Rook!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our first amateur title fight contested out of over 5 3-minute rounds in the women's bantamweight division. Lexi Rook fighting out of the red corner, 7-2, representing Aspire Combat Sports Academy as she takes on the very dangerous and undefeated Charlotte Cooper. Lexi with the experience, Cooper undefeated. This should be a heck of a fight. Lexi is collecting amateur titles around the country. She's the Cage Warriors Academy Southeast Flyweight Champion. She's the MMA Flyweight Champion, and now she's competing here for the Gtfp Bantamweight Championship. So Charlotte Cooper's got her work cut out for her against a far more experienced and dangerous opponent.
Absolutely. If Lexi gets the belt here, she's going to have to buy herself a new belt cabinet, I think, because like you say, she's going around the country collecting them, and like you say, the far more experienced fighter coming into this fight, but Charlotte Cooper's very dangerous.
That's
like you
right.
say, undefeated.
That O makes you dangerous. You don't know what it's like to lose. Lexi, though, grinding away at the moment. Good head position, burying that head right into the chin, underneath the chin, controlling the position.
Absolutely, that's what makes it difficult for Charlotte to get out of this position. The fact that head position, and the fact that she's driving it into the chin and just under the jaw. It's really difficult to kind of get any space to do anything when you're on the receiving end of that. And
that forward pressure and a little change of level almost took Charlotte Cooper to the ground. So Cooper has got, just noticed, got the leg grapevine and wrapped. Cooper's still doing well, trying to get that other underhook in. But Lexi just being heavy. Lexi 7-2, only 1 finish, but she just keeps the pace on you.
Absolutely, yeah. She's got one hell of a gas tank on her, and yeah. You know that if this goes into the later rounds, she's got it in her back pocket to use that experience, use that gas tank of hers to grind out a victory if she needs to.
Working really hard in the clinch here up against the cage, trying to secure the takedown perhaps, but Charlotte Cooper having none of it. Trying to keep that nice wide base, overhook on the right hand side.
Yeah, you want to see Charlotte try and get an underhook here and reverse the position if she can, but
now, if we were fighting under a different rule set, you can see how Lexi controls the position of the head and the neck, and that's just rife for bringing a knee straight up. But
absolutely,
amateur Charlotte's going to just have to take the knees to the body instead. And Lex just working hard. Charlotte again, though, not capitulating, making Lexi work, and both of them going to feel the strain of this round.
Yeah, definitely, and you wonder if this is a tactic here from Lexi to work on her in the first round. She knows she's got it in her back pocket to go the distance if she needs to, so kind of work and grind her opponent down in the first round, and then obviously that will pay dividends as this fight goes on.
And a little, how frustrating it must it be for Charlotte Cooper. No real damage done against her, but absolutely no offense, no output of offense, because you're constantly defending from Lexi.
Absolutely, yeah, and it kind of puts doubts in the back of your mind when you have a round like that. Similar to if you spend a round on your back on the mat. You don't want to kind of do anything that will get you back into that position if you knew that you couldn't get out of it for basically the whole of that round. So that might just be creeping in the back of her mind now and think, I don't want to get my back against this fence again, but she'll have to use that lateral movement going forward now to make sure she stays off the fence.
Lexi looks like she's getting ready for the fight to start.
Not even breathing heavy in the slightest.
I mean, both of these athletes, but Lexi looks, she just looks in incredible shape. And 3 minutes of that kind of action, and I'd be dead in a heat. The fact that she looks like she's just getting ready to start again is daunting.
Be interesting to see how this round starts now, whether, like we say, Charlotte tries to be a bit more mobile on the feet, and she actually looks for a single leg takedown.
Straight in on the single. Well, yeah, and tries to bull rush Lexi into the cage. She's still deep in on that single. Lexi defending well.
You thought she may look for a high crotch a minute ago, but she's working very, very hard for it. But Lexi
defending well. And you think if Charlotte can just lower her level a little bit and take it to the double leg. She was well under the one hip.
This is great takedown defense, by the way.
Oh, Lexi's
fantastic.
But again, both these young ladies working incredibly hard in this position. Charlotte trying to drag Lexi down to the ground. Lexi maintaining composure, that nice wide base.
Yeah, she looks like she's got that underhook as well on the far side, which is obviously helping to keep her upright.
Lexi just trying to throw a couple of little shots in there, now trying to get that arm underneath.
Good pressure though by Cooper. It's kind of reversed the roles from the first round.
Absolutely.
As they say, fight fire with fire, so.
Lexi, though, managing to find a way to chip away. She's got to be careful not to give up the position, but right now she's looking comfortable and confident. And
she's the one landing the strikes, like you say, in this position, which, if the round does continue in this vein, it'll be interesting to see how it's scored, because obviously working for the takedown.
I think the key has to be effective.
Exactly. And if you're getting consistently hammer-fisted while you're
is
going
it particularly effective? And although she's had a ton of cage control, a ton of control time, not much has been done with it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But we're not judging it. And what are the judges looking for there? Because essentially, Cooper is the one going forward. Cooper is the one determining where this fight is taking place and how this fight is taking place in this round.
Definitely.
Better get Lexi just straight gets underneath that, reefs her straight back up. Cooper's had a really hard time adjusting her levels. And whenever she gets in good position, Lexi finds a way to rag her back up.
Yeah, definitely. I have been impressed with how she's managed to maintain this position, though, because a couple of times when Lexi's got the underhook and looks like she could reverse it, she got a big head kick there when they separate.
Just stepped out of the way there that Cooper, just out of reach, the toes slapping against the cheek perhaps. And then we get a reverse of what we've seen before. We're back to the first round with 10 seconds left. And again, it'll be really interesting in the judge's eyes. You know, the majority of that round was controlled positionally by Cooper.
Yeah, definitely, but something that we saw just in the last 10 seconds there from Lexi, when she gets her in that kind of body lock up against the fences, she's throwing strikes, making her opponent think, do I have to defend the strike, do I have to defend the takedown? I'd like to see Charlotte, if she gets in a similar position offensively in the next round or two, work those strikes and get Lexi thinking before she tries to work for the takedown. Both these ladies in fantastic shape. They both look like barely a breath out of the two of them so far.
It's like they've had a light spar. That's spar with an R, not a light spa, like they've been to the...
Not Darren Till, Mike Perry spa.
Aspire MMA, known for the amateur team that they're putting out, and you know, Marlon Jones taking some time in the corner, but then you've got Hot Chocolate himself, Danny Roberts over there as well. Nice to see like when these guys make it, they're still giving back to the grassroots.
Absolutely, yeah. It's brilliant to see when you see all these guys in the corners, like helping out their team and things, as you say, giving back to the younger guys coming through.
Davey Grant here earlier tonight. I mean, what, a week after his huge fight against Marlon Vera. Events like this are so good for the UK MMA scene, and I'm so pleased that we're finally back.
And it's been a fantastic show from start to currently where we are, and it's still a long way to go.
You know, both happy to sort of work a little bit at distance here. Neither one of them have run in for the clinch. A big right hand thrown by Charlotte Cooper there.
I like this from both fighters. Just differentiate from the first 2 rounds. Kind of, they've had that feeling out process in the clinch up against the fence. They've both kind of dominated in those positions for periods, and now they're kind of going, right, let's see what we've got on the feet, and a big right hand there lands.
Yeah, she's going to keep Lexi honest for this whole fight. And now Cooper pushing Lexi into the cage, driving that forehead into the side of the face.
This is where I'd like to see her use some of those strikes and set up those takedowns, and that's exactly what she's doing. That's
almost like you're in her corner.
It's a nice little tweak that from what we saw in the last round, because it really gets Lexi thinking about what's coming next.
And again, neither competitor has seemed all that frustrated with the fact that they've not been very successful in the clinch in terms of taking down and doing damage, but both have been happy to go there.
Absolutely, yeah. Both seem comfortable in this position, and both girls kind of seem like they're happy to be in this position and wear on their opponent. So, as you say, no signs of frustration, and this is a real good chance for a takedown here. Yeah,
Lexi's got her legs crossed there on that. As I say that, she opens up that stance again, a nice wide base.
Yeah, really good hips there. You can see just the motion of the hips to defend the takedown. Like you say, a nice wide base. And
trying to chip away at the body was Rook, trying to get Cooper off her, but Cooper, like a blanket, is just smothering Lexi Rook against the cage at the moment.
Yeah, I like that she's switching between that single leg and double leg, trying to chain it together and keep Lexi thinking. But
I've had cups of coffee that haven't lasted as long as the cage control here. Head kick there, but Cooper eats it like it was nothing. Lexi now starting to put a little bit of pressure on, but straight into the clinch again, and it slows down a little bit.
Almost like a replica of round 2 there. They separate from the clinch. She's got to get that guard back up when they separate, because we saw her get caught there, and we saw the toes brush against her in the second round with the kick. She's got to be careful of that when they separate from that clinch position.
Yeah, Lexi's always looking at a little bit of punishment when they break. Wow, we start to get into the business end now. Rounds 4 and rounds 5. Again, the Aspire corner, very calm. Just giving their instructions. Lexi taking everything. It still doesn't look like, neither of them really look like they've exerted themselves that much yet. We've just watched 9 minutes of grinding pace.
This is real tiring stuff for people that have never actually competed. Well, this is really tiring stuff when you're in that clinch position and you're constantly fighting hands and working for takedowns, defending takedowns. It's super tiring. So for these girls to just be there calmly breathing like nothing's happening.
It's like a video game. You just watch the energy bar slowly deplete. And although having your back to the cage is no picnic, it's not like it's easy to be the one bullying as well. You've got to be putting that energy in.
Absolutely. I think you and I, Steve, probably are more tired watching this fight than those two girls competing in it so far.
At the moment, now Lexi sort of controlling the outside. The center of the cage is hers, making Cooper. Oh, a huge right hand over there, and another
one.
Again, if nothing else, it's that right hand that's going to keep Rook honest, and Cooper's happy to throw it.
Absolutely. Lexi has to be careful throwing that leg kick naked because of those big right hands coming over the top and the straight right hand. She's been caught a couple of times like that, so she has to be careful. Set it up with a jab or a feint.
And we get back into that clinch position again, and all fight, both these young ladies have been working incredibly hard from this position. Lexi, though, doesn't want her back to that cage for long, gets off, knee to the body, and now Cooper's turn to take her back off the cage. She peels Lexi around, maybe looking to hip toss, like a judo throw, and now Lexi on the back.
She's looking to get a hook in here. And
clear instruction there from the Charlotte Cooper corner. Stay on your feet. Don't allow this takedown. And again, both these young ladies working incredibly hard. Lexi with a little foot stomp there. That's a bit nasty.
They're never pleasant, are they?
But again, the control, knee up, knee to the body again.
She needs to try and break this grip of Lexi Rook here to try and then peel herself back on the inside and get chest to chest again, because at the moment she's kind of in this position where she's half given up her back, but she can't really turn herself around. She wants to swim that right arm over.
Again, nice knee to the body from...
But Lexi's defending it really well. She's maintaining this strong position very well.
And staying busy enough, referee looking on, but...
Yeah, as long as
Lexi keeps working, there's no way that the position will get changed. But again, Cooper, no quit at all, just working on trying to peel off those hands, trying to get her posture and her base back.
Forcing that right arm on the inside, look, and now she stands a better chance of breaking that grip.
Sometimes we are like the two luckiest guys. I mean, the quality of the fights we've seen thus far, the quality of the exchanges here, the heart, the drive. This just, I love MMA.
I couldn't have put it any better myself.
Foot stomp and a knee to the thigh. I mean, Lexi trying, just staying busy, chipping away.
The fact that Lexi's head is just over the top of Charlotte's as well is making it difficult for Charlotte to kind of stand upright and turn into her. She's using brilliant head position and head pressure, Lexi, to maintain this position. And just as the 10-second warning goes, she manages to
stay. I mean, there's no quit in either of these competitors, and we're going to get around 5.
We certainly are, and I've been absolutely taken away by how good the takedown defense of both of these girls are. It's fantastic.
Yeah, you might have, you know, people also hold the clinching against the cage. It's not the most, but these two ladies are working their asses off in those clinches. It's not, well, I'm going to rest here and push. They're both striving for the takedown, striving to get dominant position.
Yeah, and like you say, they're constantly throwing shots when they're in that position.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick announcement. There has been a purse handed in, so if you've lost your purse, please go to any of the GTFP staff and, of course, redeem that. Thank you.
Well, lovely to see some honesty here in Wolverhampton. Purse handed in. I'll go and claim it after this round is finished. 5th and final round to determine the Golden Ticket Fight Promotions Bantamweight Amateur Women's Champion. Charlotte Cooper fighting out of the blue corner. The Pitbull West Coast t-shirt, fighting against Aspire Combat Academies.
Still looking to land that big right hand, isn't she?
Oh, she puts some heat into that right when she throws it. Again, Lexi controlling the center of the cage, but Cooper's pushing forward. Lexi straight back to the center, puts Cooper back on the back foot. And
the big overhand. I like what we saw from Charlotte there. She kind of ducked her head down as though she might initiate a takedown, and then came over with the looping left hook and the follow-up right hand. Just getting Lexi constantly thinking when they're on the feet.
Rook again in on the clinch, trying to pull in. Now looks like she might have a little more success, breaking her down bit by bit.
Peel that arm out and pull her away from the fence. And
now is she going to plop herself in?
First takedown of the fight, I think.
Yeah. Is she going to plop herself in? Is she going to look to try and go straight into the mount, or is she going to sit in half and pound? She's in a great position.
Yeah, she's controlling the leg, so it's really difficult here for Charlotte Cooper to kind of peel herself away from Lexi and get her back on the fence and try and get back to her feet.
If Rook can get Cooper flat backed on the canvas, it could be
it's a dangerous position.
Then now full mount, looking to try and get a position, get some posture, throw some shots. Her patient, I mean, again, very patient. Charlotte's going to have to use that cage. Is she going to give up the back? Lexi just looking to control, waiting for the mistake to be made so she can capitalize. Sitting heavy and full mount.
Like you said, I'm really impressed with the patience that she's showing here. It's easy to, when you get in this full mount, to go a bit wild and throw a flurry of strikes, and then you lose the position before you know it. But Now she's landing some heavy ground and pound. And this could be finished here.
And it could be it. We could have
Heavy
the
shots.
TKO. Cooper survived so far. I almost want to will this young lady to make it to the final bell. It's been amazing, but
She's under
is
the
it
neck,
a little
I think.
too late? She's working to peel off that hand. More like a face crush.
Not pleasant in the slightest.
Not at all, but again, just refusing to give up the fight.
Superb heart showing there. She was in a dangerous position. A few heavy shots landed, and
but Rook
she moved.
now
And
got both hooks in on the back. Maybe going to look to straighten out Charlotte Cooper and land some more ground and pound.
very dominant round 5 here from Lexi.
Yeah,
Said at the start that she's got the gas tank, and she's really shown it in this final round.
Not a lot of time left, but both these young ladies have put in 15 solid minutes of work. And perhaps just pulling ahead towards the end, Lexi Rook. That'll be up for our judges to decide. But a thoroughly entertaining bantamweight contest there.
Absolutely brilliant. Back and forth. Great sportsmanship shown between the two at the end there. Great
Phenomenal
embrace.
fight from both these young ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for both of these fighters. After 5 rounds, we go to the judges for a decision. It is a unanimous decision to the winner and new Gtfp Bantamweight Champion, Lexi Rook!
Lexi, congratulations. You're starting to collect these amateur titles up and down the country. A couple at flyweight, now a bantamweight. What's next for you?
I'll have a chat with my team and my coaches, obviously, but the plan is a couple more fights and then pro ranks. I don't train like an amateur. I live my life like a pro. I train like a pro. Everything's like a pro athlete, so I think I deserve a shot at pro ranks. In time, obviously, I'm not in a rush. Yeah.
I've got to ask about the team. Aspire Combat Sports Academy, one of the leaders in amateur MMA and creating some of the best fighters we've got up and coming. How important are they to you?
Oh, they changed my life. Honestly, I get emotional.
I'm sorry, Lexi. What would you like to say to the crowd, to your fans, to your family, to your coaches, to your team?
Just thank you so much for support me so much, and like where I was 5 years ago. Nothing taken away from my original team. They were amazing. They got me to where I needed to be, but these guys have taken my life to a new level, and I'm so grateful for everyone that's a part of it. So yeah, thanks.
Lexi, a 5-round incredible battle. Before I let you go, though, Charlotte Cooper came to fight. You're going to give your opponent a shout out, please?
Yeah, 100%. I knew Charlotte was a legit, athlete, and I knew she'd come for me. And that's why I spent, I train hard in camps, but I train all year round, and I trained extra hard for this because I knew it was going to be a tough fight, and I wanted a tough fight. I don't want no bums. I don't want no easy fights. I want challenges. So yeah, props. Charlotte's an amazing girl. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Gtfp Women's Bantamweight Amateur Champion, Lexi Rook!